Joe, we work with hundreds of solopreneurs at this point in our community and even thousands beyond that with people that receive our newsletter, people we've talked to on their show. Like we've had a lot of solopreneur time. And we try to find patterns between the people we talk to. And something that I have found fascinating is that people get so excited to build their business, but then they get so scared to actually put their business out there and tell their friends, tell their family. We've had a few podcast guests who are very successful who really struggled with that in the beginning. So I just wanted to cover that topic today because I think it's something a lot of people experience, but not a lot of people talk about. We talk about imposter syndrome and all that, but there's a genuine fear, like a vulnerability of being visible to your audience once it's ready to go. Do you have thoughts?
Yeah, I have a few. I think there's a couple of different ways that this, root causes, I guess, and ways that it manifests. But one of the root causes is perfectionism, right? So it's not perfect. And I'm guilty of that. I've been struggling with that my whole life. It's not perfect and therefore it isn't ready. And sometimes you just got to get it out there and figure out which imperfections are actually relevant to your customer because they might not all be. And so that's one that's really, I think, holds a lot of people back. There's that fear, like you said, of vulnerability, of being out there and maybe being criticized. That can be really scary. And I think the third one that I pops into my head is the idea that, I don't want to seem salesy. I don't seem like I'm selling to people. And then they're gonna be like, oh, he's just trying to sell me stuff. It's like, it's like some like Amway, they're trying to just treat friends as customers. And they've all got a core validity, right? I mean, people aren't crazy for thinking these things.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I think that's why so many people experience it, but I think it creeps up on people because I think they leave corporate America, they start their own thing, they're really excited. And I think like that, I actually have to show people this. I think it catches them off guard and it's a fear that they don't realize they have until they have to face it. But I agree with you on everything you said, but there are real costs to that, obviously. And I think, you miss opportunities with clients, partnerships, PR even, getting your name out there. And I think you have to keep all these missed opportunities in mind and as a way to help overcome them. You can be so impactful if you reframe it as I'm not selling, I'm helping. If I don't put myself out there, then the people that I serve will not benefit. And think of everything you do for your business as like, I'm not selling, I genuinely need to give people this product or service because they need it. And I'm the one that's going to get it for them. So if you reframe it as I'm helping people, it is amazing. I feel like I'm going to make this stat up because this is not a known stat, but I feel like 90% of solopreneurship is just a mind game.
I'm pretty sure it's 93.241%.
There it is. Source unknown. But I think if you could reframe that mentally instead of being like, I'm going to get exposed, it's I'm going to be helping people. And then instead of I might fall flat on my face if people see what I'm doing, every mistake, don't look at it as a mistake. I actually, somebody I follow on LinkedIn, she just said this today. She was like, I only know about winning and learning. There's no losing. Because anytime you feel like you're losing or like failing at something, it's just a learning experience that you can use to educate yourself, pivot, and keep moving forward. And even my daughter the other day, she was struggling with a math problem. And she was like, what if I mess up 1,000 times? And I was like, well, then you're 1,000 times closer to getting the right answer. And so I just reframing that. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but it's just such a shift in perspective that I think can help people overcome that vulnerability feeling.
Just to kind of add on to that, I think an important aspect of this is, that you're saying, I'm helping people. So as long as you're thinking about that clearly, that you are trying to help people, that it's not just a mantra, but actually what you're doing, and therefore you're willing to walk away from people that don't really need your service. You're not pushing and pitching people that really don't need what you're doing, and the people that are, you're trying to help them, and you want to help them for free to some degree, to engage them and to know that, let them trust you and resonate with you. but then you don't want to give away the farm either because, you got to make money. So you've got to have this kind of line that you draw. You put it out there. Here's some free things to show that, I'm helpful. And then here's the line, well, oh, now we need to engage. And don't be afraid of that. It's okay. Anybody that thinks that you shouldn't get paid for the hard work that you do and all the experience you've had in your life up to date, they're not real. They're not thinking clearly. We need to be paid for our work because otherwise we don't eat.
Right. Well, and I think there's two other things I want to say. People, I think, also get scared because they're doing something that's really out of their comfort zone. So try to do things that are really authentic to you to start and then grow from there. So if you're terrified of video, which so many people are, then start with a written LinkedIn post or something and work your way up. Start in your comfort zone so that you can work up to that scary out of your comfort zone feeling, I think, is that like just get started. The other thing I would say again, 92.34, whatever you said, percent of solopreneurs are uncomfortable. Nobody's comfortable putting themselves out there at the beginning. Like maybe they're excited about it, but it's an uncomfortable place. It just is. You're putting something new out there as a solopreneur that's very, very personal. So just know you're not alone. This is something that most solopreneurs, at least most solopreneurs we talk to, experience, I would think. Anything else you want to add?
I think we got it. I think we covered it.
Perfect. We just kind of wanted to put that out there because we've been hearing it a lot lately. So just know you're not alone and we got you. And listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please leave that 5-star review, share this episode with a friend, and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform, including YouTube. And we'll see you next time on The Aspiring Solopreneur.